What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Here to bring you an NBA trade prediction video on John Collins. I believe he'll be traded to the Dallas Mavericks this offseason. Now, let's discuss why. So, first and foremost, happy Father's Day to everyone out there, and I'm proud of myself. For one reason, I did not pump out a bunch of John Collins prediction videos this offseason or at the trade deadline. I left it alone. My channel's been active for my channel's been active for 4 years, but I've been really hammering away at the John Collins videos for about 2 years now. This year, doing the trade deadline, and also now, I've only done one video combined. It's this video right here. So I'm confident in this one. I've been trying to get him traded. Him and Miles Turner been really irritating the last couple years about them not being traded. But this year, I'm only doing one for John Collins, and this is the one I think that will happen. John Collins to the Mavericks makes sense on both sides. Now, let me give you the full details of the trade first, and I'll get into it. So first, the Hawks received the number 10 overall pick, Davis Bertans, who stuck behind rotation on their Maverick squad, and JaVale McGee, another big man. I love a lot. I love JaVale McGee. Great doing that Lakers title run a couple years ago. Got a bag with Dallas, and really couldn't make much noise there. That's it for Atlanta. Those three, number 10 overall pick, Davis Bertans and JaVale McGee. Then the Dallas Mavericks receive John Collins and Big O. I did a video as well on Big O being traded last offseason. I thought Big O needed some time to shine. This year, still stuck behind Clint Capella. I think you bring away Collins. If you're the Mavericks, bring away Big O, and you have your guys in that new starting spot for center and power forward. Christian Wood and Dwight Powell both in free agency. I think both are good as gone, honestly. And also for the Hawks, this makes the most sense too because Collins makes a lot of money. They have a lot of players making some good money. Bogdan, Clint, Collins, Murray, and Trae Young. So they need some cap relief. Right now, they're currently a little bit over the luxury tax. Trading away Collins, trading away Big O will save them about $10 million right now. And then if this trade does happen, they'll have the 10th overall pick and they have the 15th overall pick, which could be traded to someone else as well. Because they don't really need to go young, honestly. The Hawks have a pretty good team. They have some good depth on them. So if this trade goes down, the starting five will be Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, Sadiq Bey, who I like a lot, DeAndre Hunter, and Clint Capella, with Bogdan as the backup 2 or 3, AJ Griffin, Jalen Johnson, Bertans, and JaVale McGee. That's not a bad 10 right there. They're really not. So, if you compare the 10th and 15th, go somewhere else with it and get a veteran or two, or you can pick one and trade away one. I think that'll be the best scenario, honestly. But as I've been saying for a while now, Collins should have been moved a long time ago. I think the Hawks might have asked or might have wanted too much from certain teams. But the Pacers are a threat to get him. The Blazers could be a threat to get him. Kings, maybe. Depends on the route that they can end up going. So there's a bunch of teams, as usual, who could be in John Collins runnings, but just depends on how everything shakes out. But I think, if you look at it, Christian Woods and Collins aren't quite the same player, but they give you kind of the same vibe. Christian Wood, who I thought could have been the Mavericks X Factor last season. I did a whole video on it. I thought he could have been there. And this obviously prior to Kyrie because he came during the offseason. Kyrie was traded during the trade deadline. So I was very big on Christian Wood signing the whole video on it. I like Christian Wood a whole lot. I thought him and JaVale McGee would have played with each other well. It didn't pan out. Wood barely got time, in certain areas, and McGee was benched after the first couple of weeks for really the rest of the year. So he fell out our rotation pretty fast. So that kind of was two bad signings there. But John Collins give you some of the similar things that Christian Wood does. Decent shot blocking, good offense, spreads the floor as a stretch four, decent defense, overall on the perimeter too. So he's not bad. He's not bad at all. So for me personally, I like his move for both sides. And I said prior, Big O needs some time to shine. Stuck behind Clint Capella, going on year 3 or 4 now. He needs some more playing time. He needs to be a starter somewhere, in my opinion, to see what he really has. Because Big O was I want to say pick 6 in the 2020 draft. So he's been around for a little minute now. Like I said, going on his third, fourth year. and he's not really getting a playing time. I think that he can't even talk right now. He deserves. Excuse me for that stutter. So Collins come in as your new four. Big O come in as your five, and then with the Hawks they get some good depth in JaVale McGee and a good shooter that can spread the floor as well, and a guy like Bertans. So and they get a fresh top 10 pick. So we'll see where that goes there. Top 10 picks are definitely valuable. As I said, trade bait, or you can keep. There are some decent players in this draft also that could fall or could be around the 10 to 15 range. So they can snatch up two of those guys, or pair them together. Like I said, trade one, keep one, and give it away to another team for a veteran piece that can help. So as I said, this Hawks team is in a weird spot. Uh, rumors about Trae Young being traded, rumors about Murray possibly being traded. But if they don't trade him, Murray needs a fresh new max contract coming up soon. So it's like, what are they gonna do? So they're in a weird spot. I think this kind of lessens the load. You don't want to pay the luxury tax on a team that's not winning. So at least you want to have the not to pay an extra 20, 30, 40 million dollars in luxury tax, for a team that's not really doing too much anyway. So if they do stand pat after this trade, if it does happen, then cool. You're not paying the extra fees to be kind of like disappointed. So overall, I think the trade is good for both sides. Me personally, I'm not a big John Collins fan, but he does do a little thing. I mentioned earlier his strengths and weaknesses, but he's not really one of my favorite players. But he can give you some good moments, and pair him with Kyrie. He do give you some interior shot blocking just a little bit. He does. He's not a force or nothing like that, but he definitely can. Have some good help defense at certain times. Good perimeter defense for a stretch four. You add in Big O. He's also an upcoming shot blocker, nice, decent rebounder, got a little touch around the foul line, free throw line range. So, that's not bad there. So, yeah, we'll see where it goes here. I like the move a lot. I think John Collins to the Mavericks makes sense. This is something I have mentioned as well. Also, if you want to switch out Bertans, you can do it easily with Tim Hardaway. He fits as well. So either way it goes, I think John Collins will be a Dallas Maverick. That's my only one prediction. Only one prediction for John Collins this offseason, him going to the Mavericks. If he goes somewhere else or if plans change, I'm sticking to this one. It is what it is. I'm not going to keep hammering out John Collins videos. Like I said, I'm proud of myself. This year, I only did one, and this is now this one video right here. Prior years, I did 2 or 3 options. I did alternate options. I did discussion videos on John Collins and Miles Turner. I haven't done a Turner video yet. I don't really know. It depends on Bill. If Bill goes to the Suns, obviously they probably won't trade Aiden and flip him with Miles Turner. But they still could. They still could trade him and Turner for Buddy Hield, but it doesn't really make sense. So, if Bill goes to the Heat, then Turner and Buddy Hield to the Suns make more sense. If Bill goes to the Suns, Turner to the Blazers, Turner and Hield to the Blazers, maybe. That's a possibility. Or maybe just one of those. Turner goes to the Blazers, Hield goes somewhere else. So, most people think of them as a package. And they kind of sort of are. Both on, Turner has a new contract, but Buddy Hield on an expiring contract pretty soon. And they both, as I said, have been packaged kind of sort of for the last couple of years since they've been on the same team together. So kind of makes sense there that everyone thinks of them that way. But it can be separate. It is possible, but most people think, when you're trading big contract players, you need multiple players to fit the trade salary match. So they always throw in Hield to be with Turner and vice versa. So, but that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Here to bring you an NBA trade prediction video on John Collins. I believe he'll be traded to the Dallas Mavericks this offseason. Now, let's discuss why. So, first and foremost, happy Father's Day to everyone out there. And I'm proud of myself. For one reason, I did not pump out a bunch of John Collins prediction videos this offseason or at the trade deadline. I left it alone. My channel's been active for my channel's been active for 4 years, but I've been really hammering away at the John Collins videos about 2 years now. This year doing the trade deadline, and also now. I've only done one video combined. Is this video right here. So I'm confident in this one. You know, I've been trying to get him traded. Him and Miles Turner been really irritating the last couple years about them not being traded. But this year, I'm only doing one for